What's up, comic book junkies? My brothers and sisters on the YouTube comic book community. This was just a last minute. I said, you know what? I got an hour and a half before my wife gets home from work, and then we're going to go to the airport, and we're heading to Sweden. And I've been accumulating Golden Age, and really wanted to do like a showcase of 3 issues of video. But as a truck driver and running around and family and holidays, I just haven't had the time. And so they just been stacking up coming in. I got a few more left coming in.
Watch Night Tiger
Comic.
Tiger Comic.
Tiger Comic.
Tiger Comic. Night Tiger Comic. Tiger Comic.
What? My Tiger Comic?
Comic. Night Tiger Comic.
You never know what you're missing. So I said, you know what? Let me just show them all like the old days where I did like an hour video and it was edited and all that crap. So I'm looking for my other sock. Where did it go? Just had it, people. Anyways, got some t-shirts in. What is this? Stop. These are cool. If you can get to Ollie's and get these, it's like a Marvel Bronze Age. I think that's the cover to the Treasury. They have that. They have these Jurassic Parks. These are high quality. They're all $5. And tell me this, guys. How does someone lose a sock? I just had 2 socks. Oh, well. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's a shadow. Okay. Anyways, I wanted to show you these. I picked these up from Burlington. I think they're so cool. Camouflage tennis shoes. Like hiking boot tennis shoes. I put the gel packs in there. They're so comfortable. They feel great, and not only that, they're really warm. So I just checked the weather in Stockholm, and it's like tonight it's going to be 21 degrees. Okay, so getting into this. So first I'm going to start out with books. I'm not sure if I shown them, and I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. Wow, I'm going to get sick before I leave. I'm going to show you books that I think I may have shown, but I don't remember. A couple of them. Then the fluff, and I mean fluff according to the comparative Golden Age and Silver Age keys. There are books that I bought that I like that are fairly modern, and I'm going to get into that. Anyways, let's just show these. So this is from 1952, March. This is number 1. This was a book I was after for quite a while, but I didn't want, these Avons can be rags with staples, and I really wanted a nice high-grade copy, which for a scarce book is almost impossible. It showed up one day, and I think I paid $86 for this, which I think is a bargain. I think this book probably, if I were to sell it, I would let it go for less than probably 180 or something like that, because of condition scarcity. I'm not sure if I showed that. Here's another one. This actually came up the same day, and I was looking for both of these books. Another, I forget who had this. A big website had this on eBay for sale, and they wanted like 80 or 90, but it was like a 3.0, and I'm like, I can't do that. This is from 1949. I don't have the price here, but I think it was around $60. It's a Graham Ingalls cover. Gorgeous book. It's number 1 again. So these are both number 1s. They probably came from the same buyer. I wanted to do this. Dang it, why did I? Or did I? Okay, I am starting to do an avenue of collecting, which I'm trying to pick up second copies of scarce Golden Age or Key Marvel and stuff like that. So I picked this up, and this was a great price. This is a lower grade, so it's lower than what I have. It's probably like a 3.0 with a press, maybe a 4. And my other one is a 4. So this was from January 68, or June. So I was born in February. I forget what I paid for this. I think it was exactly like $90 or something like that. And then I paid $60 for this one 2 years ago. And yeah, so this is really a higher grade copy. So that's first solo Doctor Strange title. Really good story inside. I forget who does the art. I know it's not Ditko, and I know it's not Colin. I think it's I can't remember the guy's name. Dan something. I just looked recently. So this, okay, so we're getting into the haul now. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so I bought a pack from Ollie's, the comic packs. If you've ever been there, they sell, I don't know, like 6 books for $6 or something like that, or 10 books for $6. This was one of the outside books. Now, out of the 8-issue run, this is the one that's not really a key. I don't know why. It's just, it is a killer cover. And I do have the Halloween free comic book day copy. So, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. And this is number 7, 2017. They're really cool. And Sabrina did have another horror title in the Golden Age called Sorcery, which ran for a few issues, but it's really cool if you can find it. I picked this up for $1. I just thought it was kind of I don't know, a little bit of like a Bruce Timm, good girl in distress cover. She's got like what do they call those, tube tops on, which you rarely see on a woman or a girl in a comic book. A tube top. I know those were all the rage in the 70s and the 80s. This just is a cheap copy, and it's a Marvel Atlas, so I bought it. And it's always, these are always fun reads for, I think I paid, so with shipping and everything is like $20. And it's a cool comic. Now, the Human Torch did appear in this title. So we're out of the fluff now. We're getting into the Golden Age. So that's why, like, it's cool. I think it was Young Men in Action or something like that in the beginning. They kept changing it. It was Young Men, and they kept adding different things to the title. This is a killer Golden Age crime book, which I'm into that genre. Gang World is one that I've been after for years, but it's people always want like way too much money for this book, like $100. So this was I believe my comic shop, no, eBay. I got a 32 shipped, and it's a nice copy. Another, I think this is Avon. No, it's Standard. But again, Standard, Avon, they kind of used the same quality paper, which wasn't very good. It's very thin, and damaged easy. It wore out really fast. So to find books like this in this kind of condition for that money, it's really good buy. Love the green and the yellow in that logo too. A red probably would have popped better on this, though, I think. This was $10. It's missing centerfold. It's one of the keys in the run. I do have a really nice copy of this. This is either one that people don't want to get rid of because you don't see it very often. It's not like scarce, but it doesn't come up very often. I found there's 3 issues in this run of Bondage, and I found 2 from one seller last year for $50 each and higher grade. This one's missing centerfold. It's low grade. She's tied to the pole. That's Noika, I don't know how you spell that. The Jungle Girl. Now, issue 1 is one that I'm going to have one day. It's just Jungle Girl. She's like in a bathing suit or bikini, swinging. And then after that, it became this title with Nikima, whatever it is. So there's a lot of photo covers. And then in Charlton Zoo Funny, she appears also. Look out for that one, the Silver Age. Oh, here's some more fluff. Got it mixed up. Like I said, I just grabbed all this stuff, didn't put it in any order, except for trying to show like the non-Golden Age stuff first. So here we go. I went to the comic shop, I think it was last weekend, I don't remember, but this was a high-grade issue of Batman from 1970, it looks like 77 or something like that. It's number 303. And this was, I think it was no more than $5. But anytime you find this high grade like that, they're really nice to put in your collection. This was $1 newsstand from 1991, I believe, or 94. High grade purple copy, Kelly Jones Batman. Just really high grade. It's like a 10. And when you take it out of the bag, you look at it, it's so glossy and smooth and purple. It just looks so cool. And this is one of my favorite runs in the Batman title. And because Batman's my favorite character, of course, I had to pick up 2 of these. So that's the reprinting of Robin. It's a facsimile. It feels like it. It's heavy, bulky. I like that. This was free, so I grabbed a couple. Oh yeah, and so why did I go after this? It wasn't on my radar. I have a copy. but I damaged it a while back when I got it. I usually, if I want to eat when reading a comic, I keep some wipes near me, and I put the wipe on the table and set the comic down, and it touched the corner of it, and it was like 1/8 of a darker spot. So Carolyn wanted to trade one of these, Lady Fantastic, so I started looking for one. She did find one. We did do a trade. We did a different. I gave her or traded her another key. I don't remember what it was. You have to go check out her channel. But then this was on my LCS wall. I called the owner, said, "We take 40 at 50." He goes, "Yeah," and it's a much better copy, a bigger upgrade. If you don't have this, not only is it a killer book, a killer key for the Bronze Age Marvel, but it's a really, really great story. So that's Avengers 100. That came out in 1972, and that's what is this? Every Avenger up to this point appears in this issue. Barry Windsor Smith cover. And so moving on, this was another newsstand, another high grade copy. I have several copies of this, but this one is a newsstand. I didn't have a newsstand. That's Batman 1979. Is it 79? Yeah. No, 89, sorry. And John Byrne art. I don't know if he writes. I don't think he writes it. No, it's Apparel art. Byrne writes this, and Apparel draws it. Can't go wrong there. And then this was $10, and I didn't have this. So for the initial, I think 4 or 5 issues, I didn't look it up. DC did these 100-page super spectaculars, they were called. So they had the 100 pagers, and then they had the 100 super spectaculars. I think they ran 4 or 5 issues. Then they started numbering them like a legendary number, a DC. This is DC 7, but then they put it into the run of the hero. So this is Superman 267, 100 pages, 1972, and that was $10. Black cover. It's in really nice shape. It's bordering on a 4.0, maybe 4.5. I don't know. So that was $10. Then I got for $1. I'm always, when I'm in there, I'm checking all the DC comics for these DC Universe logos. So I got that one, and I got this one. And that's it for these modern books. Okay, so I have this. I did show it in a couple hauls, Golden Age hauls ago. This is Key Comics number 3. It's kind of like the Phantom there. He's got a skill right there on the key. And this is a really scarce issue. I think it's 3-issue. Is it 3-issue run? It's a 3-issue run. This is from 1945. So scarce. So if I find it again for cheap, why not? So I did. I found a second copy right here, and much lower grade, cover detached. But I paid only $34 for that with shipping, so I thought that was a steal. Love that book. Dang, we're almost 13 minutes in. This might be a 3-part video. Okay. Marvel Tales. I think this is the 3rd horror title that Marvel produced. Timely, Atlas, Marvel. This is the 3rd one. This is Haunted Love. I started reading this. It's really, really cool stories in here. They're Atlas feeling. This is a Sal Brodsky cover. Bill Everett on the inks, November 1949. Just the ultimate horror book. A timely horror. I mean, that's on level with EC. Definitely. Then I picked up this. So I did pick up issue 1. This is a 3-issue run. I forget the publisher. It's like a small publisher. They did 3 issues. Issue 1, issue 2, and I'm sorry, issue 1 and issue 3 are the Good Girl covers. Issue 2 doesn't have even a woman on it. So I finally got number 1. I already got number 3. These books can be pricey. They are. I want to say they're scarce because I've seen this issue only once on eBay ever, and this is the second time that I saw it, and it was much lower price. So Red Arrow. And I paid $38.50 with this for shipping. Now the other one is actually listed for $68 before shipping. So you can see the Good Girl right there. So let me tell you about this book. I think this ran on an auction for $30. Nobody bid. That's where you can love Golden Age, like these scarce ones. Sometimes people don't want them. They don't know what they are. They don't care about them. So I had make an offer, so I put in $30. Forgot about it. The auction ended. Then I saw an email about how the auction ended. So I sent the guy another message. I said, look, because he listed it again, and I sent him another offer. I said, look, I sent you another offer. What do you think? And he goes, okay. And another book he had, this one right here, had 35, and I put 30, and he sold them both to me. This is a high-grade book. Now, this book won't do justice like purple. This is 1945, Target cover by Bill Allison, number 62. And this was 36 with shipping. But you have to see it. And this is why I would pay $30. It's not the most dynamic superhero cover, but it is the Golden Age. And it is high grade. And look at that spotlight right there and the cityscape behind him. Good girl. Now, I wish they had put like a red dress on her, because you really don't even notice her with that brown. You see him grabbing the guy, so, you know, your eye doesn't really go over there because she's got a brown dress on. But there you go. That's a Target. He was prominently on the cover, of course, in the very early issues. He has sidekicks, Targeteers, just so let's see where we're at. Okay, we're gonna mark it with this book, and then the following book will be the second video. So this is a key Bronze Age Marvel. And why do you say it is? Well, it's Logan's Run number 6. If you don't know much about the keys in the Bronze Age, I'll tell you why this is a key. And this is from 1977. Issue 1 was the adaptation from the movie, I believe, and then after that, I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, the whole thing could be adaptation, but I think it was just issue 1. The reason I bought this, and it was $20 with shipping, and this thing is like a 9.8, but it's the first solo Thanos story in comics. So that's Logan's Run number 6, 1977. Really killer cover. I forget who does that cover. Is it Byrne? It may be. I know it's a famous artist, or a notable artist, should I say. Okay, so we're going to cut it here. Check out part 2. And believe me, you want to stick around for part 2. There's absolutely gorgeous books. I got slabs coming up. So part 2, here we go.